guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we are getting started on the no item runs for the 10 new stages of Extreme Super Battle Road. So JP over the last, I don't know, 40 days or so, 50 days, something like that, we've gotten 20 new Super Battle Road stages, right? So there was 10 new category Super Battle Road stages. At this moment that I'm recording this video, I have no items of those 10 new category stages. I have no item, 9 of them. The only one being the Team Bardock stage, but I haven't even made one attempt at that one yet, right? I do have all the characters I think I'll need link leveled though, so I'll go ahead and test that out. And so now we're on to the 10 stages of Extreme Super Battle Road, right? So we're starting out with a relatively easy one, Universal Survival Saga. This did take a couple of attempts just because in order for them to power balance this stage, like these enemies, like they're hitting harder than like anything. Like even like the gods of destruction don't hit like anywhere near what these guys, like look at that. That's yeah, you yeah, you guys see, like the gods of destruction don't hit that hard, right? So the enemies in this stage are very, very difficult. Basically, we can't really rely upon tanking. It doesn't really work so much in this stage. Now, what I mean by that is we basically can't get hit. Now, LR Evolution Blue Vegeta is obviously incredible at the amount of damage he can dish out and stuff like that, but it's just this stage was a good the damage reduction ability is just, it's, if he had the 40% at the start of turn, or if he didn't have to reset it, he'd be way better. It's just, it's such a shame, honestly, because like this stage makes UI Goku look like the best unit in the game by far, and Vegeta just look like a cuck, right? Just like not even half as good. It's disappointing. Because when what I did was I was using LR Evolution Blue Vegeta here for attempts, and then I took him off the team, and I put the SSR Caulifla on here, right? And, you know, sure enough, we were able to get it done pretty quickly. There's also, like, you know, the fact that we have LR Roshi around, with his ridiculous revive ability, right? Roshi has the easiest of the 3 revival character abilities to activate. With that, you know, basically the revive is what makes this really not so bad. And then the revive comboed with this guy right here, Int UI. Remember that the first turn you transform into Int UI Goku, you have a 100% chance to dodge. So what happens with this run is you can fall below 50% and then you're good, right? The second we fall below 50% HP, then all of a sudden, Roshi can revive us, Int UI Goku can transform for us, and like, we're just good, right? Like on this rotation right here, if we were to die, we would just revive. And the revive does work in all 3 fights individually in like these Super Battle Road runs, right? So it's like we could revive with Roshi in this stage, we could revive with Roshi against Universe 6 in the next stage, and then we could revive against Team Universe 7 in the final stage, right? Fairly easily. So Roshi's able to bring a lot to the table. I mean, again, like this, I'm going to be putting this video up. I mean, this is a good display, I think, for global players. What, like, a lot of these units sort of maxed out are capable of providing to the team, right? Like, you see Int UI Goku with the 100% chance to dodge. This is where Int UI Goku is, like, really looking impressive, right? Like if you wanted to argue him above, like, the Super Saiyan 4s or cooler, like, his leader skill, and then, like, you know, once you transform with him, right, and he, you know, no longer has to worry about type disadvantage when it comes to him doing damage. He gets a 70% chance to dodge. He gets the first turn of guaranteed dodging. At that point, I think Int UI Goku is well above the Super Saiyan 4s and cool. I don't think they're even close to transformed Int UI Goku. He is far and away the best EZATUR, but, you know, his, like, UI sign version of him is not the craziest. He's, I don't want to call him mid, but, like, he's good for long events, like, when you can really stack up. You know, you're not going to bring, like, Int UI Goku turn 1 in a stage like this is, like, near guaranteed death. but when we're able to like get him in like turn 2 or turn 3 to where he can instantly auto transform, he can be very, very good. I've used him repeatedly type neutral in the God event, right? Because again, once he transforms, you're just completely good to go. There's not many TURs in the game that have got like 70% chance to dodge, right? I know there's many, just off the top of my head, I know there's a lot like Khalifa, Physical UI, right, that have got like a 50% chance to dodge. But like a 70% chance to dodge is just really strong, right? So we know why the 2 Khalifas are here, right? I mean, everyone knows how ridiculously OP the Tech Khalifa units are. With the same name update, I'm now able to use both on the team, right? It's one of the same things with the Ginyu Force Super Battle Road stage is actually much easier after the same name update because you can use the SSR Captain Ginyu unit, right? Like, you know, the Int TUR is really good with damage reduction against multiple enemies, and you could utilize the SSR as well, who also has damage reduction against multiple enemies, right? So the same name update really helping. And I mean, look at this team. Look how much the same name update impacts this team, because we have 2 UI signed Gokus on here, the Int EZA one as well as the STR LR, right? We have 2 of the Khalifas on here. You know, this is why like a lot of people are like, oh, units don't link together, the same name update is fodder, it's useless, it's pointless. But no, it still does matter quite a bit. I have no issues with the same name. I think it was a great update to the game, right? But I think that the characters do not need to link together. After, you know, 5 months of having it on JP Dokkan, I'm very comfortable in saying it works exactly as intended, and it is great. I do not think the same name update needs to be changed or amended in any way. I think it's completely fine the way it is. Because otherwise, it's like, you know, you just run your, you know, 7 mastered UI Goku. Well, the real example is you just run the full Vegito Blue team, right? Just run like every single Vegito Blue, right? Like that's all teams would become. But at least with, you know, them not being able to link, that would, you know, incentivize you to not just go straight like Vegito Blue or something like that. Now obviously AGL UI Goku, we know why he's here with the dodging. He can triple super, he can triple crit. You know, UI Goku is, I would say, the definitive best unit in the game. I don't really... honestly, again, it's not even really like a hot take or a controversial thing. Like, I remember people being very upset, right? Like, when Kale and Cliff were the best unit in the game and getting, like, really mad at me a lot of the times. But it's like, dude, I didn't make the goddamn unit. Like, I'm just telling you, I'm reporting on the fact that they are the best unit in the game and no unit is close to them, right? And it's kind of the same thing with UI Goku here, but it seems like people are a bit more... I think it's because of the fact that it's mastered UI Goku is very deserving of best unit in the game, whereas just Super Saiyan 2 Khalifa and Super Saiyan 2 Kale together are not deserving, right? Especially because you take a look at how they get absolutely obliterated by just God Goku, and it's like, yeah, like they did not need to be the best unit in the game, right? But yeah, and you know, when you look at their performances, you can clearly see AGL UI just performs better than like every other unit. Like he is just the best, right? Like, again, I'm sorry. I know, you know, maybe people might get sick of hearing it all the time, but hey, it's relevant in this video where we're using him, right? Right? So we will see. And again, we get to turns like this, right? So on this turn, I'm really thinking of how I want to play things. Because, remember, again, Roshi, I would easily argue, is the best free-to-play unit in the game. Like, as more time is going on, Roshi is definitely better than Prime Battle Frieza, for sure. Prime Battle Frieza can put up really good numbers. I think consistently he could do a lot more damage, but, like, Roshi, it's just like he can revive, he's supporting, he has the dodge, right? Like, he has the active skill. Like, there's just so much. And then, of course, he's got the stun and the seal on his 12 and 18 key super attacks. It's just like, it's like what Frieza has over Roshi is Frieza will have a bit more defense if he super attacks on slot 1 or 3. And I mean, you could probably say he's got a better link set, right? But like that's pretty much it. But like Roshi in these extreme Super Battle Road stages with that, you know, 12 key super attack, he has a 70% chance to stun. And then on his 18 key super attack, he does really good damage. And he's also got the seal, right? Along with his dodge, with his revive is, again, the easiest revive to get in the entire game, too. All we need is 2 other... No, is it just... Let me just double. I always get his active skill and his revive mix. I literally always get them mixed up. Let me just pull up LR Roshi real quick. I think it's one other Turtle School unit on the team. No, you need another. Yeah, okay. 50% less HP and another 2 Turtle School category allies on the team. And Roshi can revive, right? It makes sense because, you know, like basically like Krillin and Goku, essentially, right? So, like, now, like, we're able to just sort of, like, continually go through the event, right? Look at this. Like, we're under 50% HP. You know, UI Goku's transformed. He's good to go. We've got the Cauliflas. If we're really going to, like, have to die or take a lot of damage at some point, hopefully it's on the rotation with Roshi, and we can go ahead and get the revive, and then we're good to go. Now, the only thing about Roshi reviving that did have me very nervous, right? Especially because I really wanted to try and make it. I almost had like a near flawless or perfect run. If we would have been able to finish this stage right here and then make it to the next stage with Roshi's, like, you know, revival having not gone off and us getting the Dokkan attack in that first, like, sort of like fight in the next turn, like, you know, we would have like saved ourselves a scary moment or two in that final fight, right? Here's UI Goku again, just completely dominating. The amount of additionals, crits, and shit you see from this guy on the regular, it's just stunning. I really wish we could have had Vegeta here as well, right? Vegeta does so much damage, he would dramatically lower the time. So here's where I was just like really trying to think, because like it's like, okay, like we're gonna get the first attack in, but I did want to die at this. Well, I wanted to get Roshi, like basically I wanted us to make it through this turn without getting the Dokkan attack in this like fight, and then also, you know, like not dying. I didn't want Roshi's revive to go off. The reason I didn't want Roshi's revive to go off is because of the fact that then that would push us above 50% HP, and then we would go into the next fight and UI Goku would not be transformed, which is bad. We really want UI Goku transformed into that, you know, mastered UI form, because, you know, the dodging, right? But Roshi did not dodge right there, so we die. But of course, we're able to get the revival mechanic to activate. Again, a ridiculously powerful unit. I mean, a lot of people, like, when discussing the revive units versus other units, like, you do have to account for this, right? Like, you know, this stage in particular, it's a little bit tough for Vegeta to get his revive off. 7 hits and then to lead into another turn, it's just not really realistic. And then the same thing with UI Goku. It's just not really too realistic, I think, like, in a stage this difficult. If UI Goku gets hit 3 times, you're dead. If Vegeta gets hit 7 times, you're dead, right? Like, so it's like Roshi is just like the one very reliable revive unit. Now obviously, like, you know, when it comes to like the God event or like the Legendary Goku event, maybe even, you know, the Legendary Vegeta event, which is possibly coming up soon. And then also, what else is it? Infinite Dragon Ball History, like those types of stages, the revives work really, really well, right? But obviously here, not really so much with any of the characters except for Roshi. Roshi is just so crazy. It's like, I feel like, I mean, you guys can see it, right? The reason why everyone goes so nuts for LR Roshi, like, look at these runs. And, like, you see how Roshi completely controls the run for us, right? Like, his stunning, his sealing, his support, his dodge, his revive, everything. Roshi brings everything to the table. Like, Roshi is, like, I think Angel Golden Frieza and LR Roshi are 2 of, like, the top 5 most well-designed units ever. Like, I just, like, love their build so much. They're able to bring so much to the team. Now, this is a terrifying turn right here, right? So, we're going to get the Dokkan attack. We don't have to worry about... Caulifla's not going to get it, right? Because she's not going to be able to super attack. Obviously, I don't want her to super. I think if I gave her all those tech orbs, she would super attack. No, she would have been 1 key shy. So now it's, you know, UI Goku time. UI Goku's going to get the Dokkan attack. This is literally a make or break moment, because I'm pretty certain if Angel Golden Frieza survives this turn, I don't know that we're able to win, because it's like, I mean, if UI Goku and Roshi dodge all of his attacks, sure, But Angel Golden Frieza was going to be the problematic unit. If even one of his hits, I think, got either Goku or Roshi, I do think we would die. The other thing, too, is notice with Roshi, I went specifically for the 12-key super attack to stun Vegeta. I felt like if Goku... I was hoping Goku would triple super, triple crit on Angel Golden Frieza and finish him. And then I was also hoping that then Roshi would stun Vegeta. Basically, I felt like we needed those two things to sort of happen. And then we would get the no-item run to sort of take place. And, you know, here's where, again, EGL UI Goku proves what he is. What's crazy is if I was able to get just a little bit more ki, I mean, UI Goku could have basically wiped the entire field out, probably except for Int UI, the enemy, as well as the Golden Frieza. Those two enemies would have survived. But, like, look at that. He completely decimated them. 17 and Vegeta are on their last legs. Then Goku gets the additional super, which is a guaranteed crit, and Frieza is dead. There you go. Best unit in the game. That turn right there, completely... This is the turn that won us the no-item run, right? Goku doing that, and then Roshi following up with a, whatchamacallit. Now, what's funny is, look at that. So, I learned, like you know, the Dokkan attack healing, like, even though it's sort of, like, between turns, like, they prioritize that first, right? So, it's like, you know, Int UI Goku, like, we started this turn technically above 50% HP, so Int UI Goku did not transform for us, right? So now we get to this turn, and it's like, there's several different ways I could have played this. I could have put AGL UI Goku in slot 1, right? And then we definitely could have killed 17, and I could have put, like, Int UI Goku in slot 2. Or I could just really bank on the fact that no way Int UI Goku is super attacking in that last attack at the end right there. Remember, Int UI Goku did super attack on the turn before this. So really, me sitting here, this is just me really weighing my options, weighing what I wanted to risk. Again, I chose to bank on the fact that Int UI Goku is not super attacking at the end. I felt like if he was going to super attack, it was probably more likely that that first hit would be the super. So I wanted to put Caulifla in that slot and then Int UI Goku at the end. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if either, like, way to run this would have actually been better. I think both are reasonable, though. And I do think the way it plays out, either strat, I think, would have won. Unless AGL UI Goku took both hits from Int UI Goku. If Int UI Goku, like, if we put AGL UI Goku in slot 1, and then Int Goku hit him both times, I think we probably would have died. Because, I mean, you guys, I can't remember if it was displayed in this video, really, but, like, you know, the UI Gokus, SCR UI Goku agent, like, they're taking, like, 200k, like, immediately, right? Per hit. Like, it's just very, very scary. So, like, dodging is the way to make it through this. I was so terrified. When Int UI Goku did not super attack right away, I was terrified, dude. I also felt like, potentially, if UI Goku, which he does start doing, goes crazy right here. If he had triple super, triple crit, we wouldn't have even got to Int UI Goku at the end. But unfortunately, he does only double super right here. But, like, look, when it's, dude, when, like, I feel like people don't understand, like, how, like, UI Goku and Vegeta, when they start, like, double supering, like, the Karen crits just do so much damage, dude. Like, they're disintegrating enemies in front of them. And again, both UI Goku and Vegeta have really got that in their back pocket. UI Goku, you know, does not get super attacked right there, so that basically guarantees us the no item run, so it is completed. So there we go. What's funny is I sort of did this impromptu on the 5-9 gaming stream. I did not even really properly prepare these units ahead of time, right? Like, we go over the equips, and, like, you know, remember, now the EX skill orbs are a thing. The best equips in the game, which you can also replace on units, right? So, like, you know, if I had properly prepared and set up for this stage, like, a lot of these characters would have had extra equips. Like, my Int UI Goku, for example, I think does not have a gold equip on at the time of this run, right? And, like, now, you know, after this run, I went ahead and put a bunch of EX skill orbs. I think LR Roshi also does not have like a gold equip on, right? These are like must like give major equips to some of these characters. So I went ahead and did that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the Universal Survival Extreme Super Battle Road Universal Survival Saga No Item Run. Honestly, this wasn't hard. I mean, this took maybe like 7 attempts or something like that, but it's just like, you know, you enter into the stage and then like UI Goku gets supered for 700k. It's like, okay, we took an L, right? Like, this really was not that bad. That one reason I did this one first. You know, there's some future stages that are going to be quite difficult. You know, I'm going to put an equip on SCR UI right now. I forgot to give him one. I'm going to give him a silver one right away because I'm going to need him for the Pure Saiyan No Item Run. I think I'm going to use Repsi Universe 7 for Pure Saiyan as well. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks, guys, for watching. And I will catch y'all for the next Extreme Super Battle Road No Item Run.